find the application of star and delta, that find the value of voltage Vs that delivers 2 amps current through the circuit shown in figure 6.3. Okay. Application of star to delta and delta to star transformation. So the circuit. This is the circuit. Find voltage across the. Find the voltage Vs by using star to delta and delta to star transformation techniques. Here current known. So find the resistance here. Okay. Find the resistance, total resistance by applying star to delta and delta to transformation technique. Okay. Find the total resistance, and voltage Vs is nothing but I into R. Novella. Your voltage Vs is equal to I into so equivalent resistance R equivalent. Okay. So you know why that is called 2 amps. So by using star to delta and delta to transformation techniques, find R equivalent. Okay. For the simplify the circuit by using star to delta and delta to transformation technique, and multiply with current I, then we will get the voltage Vs. That's called source voltage. Understood? So this R equivalent is 3.1. Okay, R equivalent is equal to 3.1. And then what is the source voltage? Vs is equal to I into R. That is called 2 into this 2 ohm current, 2 amps current into this 3.1 is called voltage V 6.2. Okay. By using star to delta and delta to star transformation techniques, find so convert it like this: delta to star, and it also the delta to star, and you will get to simplify like this. So we'll get the final answer R equivalent is equal to 3.1. Okay, this is the assignment for you. And next question. This is also assignment. Determine the equivalent resistance between terminals A and B of the network shown. Determine the A and B. Equivalent resistance between A and B. Determine the resistance between A and B. Terminals A and B. In between A and B. So convert this is so looks like star now. Convert the star to delta and the delta to star transformation techniques. Find the equivalent resistance between A and B. Understood? So RAB, the resistance between the terminals A and B is nothing but 2.21. Okay, this is the assignment question. And then similarly, so find resistance, find the value of input resistance between these two. Here, find the resistance input resistance. For this problem also find input resistance between in this. Okay, this is called star network. Star convert star to delta and delta to star transformation techniques. Find the input resistance. So for this question, this input resistance is nothing but 19.37. Okay, all of you do this. This is for star to delta and delta to star transformation techniques. Superposition theorem. The superposition theorem states that any linear network containing 2 or more sources. Superposition theorem states that in any linear network containing 2 or more sources, the current in any element is equal to the algebraic sum of current caused by the individual sources acting alone, while the other sources are inoperative. Okay, understood. Superposition theorem is applicable for only linear networks, so not suitable for non-linear network. Okay, that's why superposition theorem states that any linear network containing 2 or more sources, that is maybe voltage source or current source. Understood? Any linear networks, that means that may be voltage sources or current sources. Okay, in circuit in any element is equal to the algebraic sum of currents caused by the individual sources acting alone, while other sources are inoperative. So this is the statement of superposition theorem. And so here try to consider in any linear bilateral network. Any linear bilateral network, that means the current flowing into the two directions is, and also the resistance parameters of the circuit cannot be changed. For example, diode. The diode is unilateral. Okay, that's why superposition theorem is not applicable to the diode networks. It's called nonlinear network. Diode is a nonlinear element. Okay, so only resistor, the current flowing from one side to another side, resistor, and another side to one side. Okay, so 1 to 2, 1 to 2, forward direction and reverse direction. The current flowing to the resistor is same, and also the resistance is not changing. Okay, but in a diode is different. Only one direction it allows the current. That's why that is called unilateral device. Okay, diode is unilateral device. But a resistor, inductor, capacitors are bilateral, passive elements. In a linear bilateral network containing two or more independent sources. Two or more independent sources means that may be voltage or current sources, or combination of voltage and current sources. Understood? Two or more independent sources, and this circuit is having voltage sources and current sources. Okay, combination of voltage and current sources, voltage or current sources, or combination of voltage and current sources. Okay, the resultant current or voltage in any branch is the algebraic sum of currents or voltages caused by each independent sources acting along. Understood? So that means by activating one source, so we'll get one response, and also deactivate by activating one source and deactivating the remaining sources, we'll get one response. Similarly, by activating another sources and deactivating the another other source, so we'll get one response. The combination of total response is nothing but algebraic sum of the two response. For example, in this question, the two sources are there, no? Voltage source and current source. Okay, for example, if you want to find the current here, okay, find if you want to find here. So first activate this source and deactivate this source, find the current I. Similarly, activate this source and deactivate this source and find current I. So first activate this source and deactivate this source, find the current I, that is called I1. Okay, and similarly activate this source and deactivate this source, find current I, that is called I2. Okay, voltage division rule or current division rule or node analysis, mesh analysis. Find current I. And then the resultant total current is nothing but addition of I1 plus I2. So that is the superposition theorem. Okay. So voltage caused by the each voltage, and there may be voltage or current. Okay. Superposition theorem can be explained through a simple resistive network as shown here, so you can easily understand. So these are the different type of sources. So this is called voltage source, and this is voltage source, and this current source. The circuit having different two or more voltage sources and current sources, combination of all sources. Okay, so in these sources, first how to find the current by using superposition theorem means, okay, here one voltage source and two voltage source, this one two voltage source and one current source. Na? So how to get the response means, okay, current here, how to get the current means, activate this source and deactivate this source and deactivate this source, find current I, that's current I is called I1. Okay, and after that deactivate this source and it activate this source and it deactivate this source, deactivate E1 and IS and find current I by applying only this source. Okay, similarly by activating this source and deactivating voltage sources, these two voltage sources deactivated and activate this source and find the current flowing through the, so this R2, that current is nothing but I3. First activate this source, deactivate this source, find current I, that is called I1. Okay, find current I2, activate this source and deactivate this source and this source, voltage and current source, find current I2. Similarly, activate this source and find current deactivating this source, two sources. Okay, that is called current I3. So the total current is nothing but I1 plus I2 plus I3. So how to deactivate means, so the voltage source is replaced by their internal resistance. voltage source internal resistance is 0 na. Sorry, how to deactivate means, so voltage source is short circuited, and how to deactivate current sources means replace internal resistance. That means current source internal resistance is infinity, so open circuit current source. Okay, understood. Voltage sources are short circuited, current sources are open circuit. So in this way, activating and deactivating these two different type of sources. Understood? So in this way, by activating and deactivating, so we'll get the response. This called I dash due to E1 alone. By activating this source, we will get the some current I dash, that is because of E1 alone, and deactivating the remaining sources. The voltage source is short circuited and current source is open circuited. You will get the some current due to E1, that is called I dash. Similarly, I double dash is due to E2 alone. Okay, by activating this source and deactivating. Deactivating means voltage source, this source is short circuited, this source is open circuited, and then find the current I double dash due to E2 alone. Similarly, I triple dash due to IS alone. By activating this source and deactivating these two sources, find the current I here, and that current is nothing but I triple dash due to IS alone. And this resultant total current is nothing but the total current is nothing but addition of all these three sources. Okay, I dash and I double dash and I triple dash. This is called superposition theorem. Okay, by using one example, you can easily understand the concept. And this is the procedure for using superposition theorem. Step 1, retain one source at a time in the circuit and replace all the sources with their internal resistance. Okay, voltage source internal resistance 0 and current source internal resistance infinity. That's why voltage source is short circuited the voltage source and open circuit the current source. Understood? Internal resistance, their internal, replace all their sources with their internal resistance. Na? That is voltage source internal resistance 0. That means short circuit the voltage source. Short circuit the voltage source is just short circuit this voltage source and open circuit this current source. Okay, that is the step 1. And step 2, determine the output or current or voltage due to the single voltage acting alone using techniques discussed in the lessons, that is called mesh analysis and nodal analysis. Okay, current division rule and voltage division rule. Current division rule and voltage division rule determine the output voltage and current by acting only single source. Okay, determine the output current or voltage due to the single source acting alone using techniques discussed in the previous lecture. And then step 3, repeat the step 1 and step 2 for each of the other independent sources. Independent sources only, not dependent sources. So apply this technique on activate and deactivate only independent sources, not dependent sources. Find the total contribution by adding algebraically all the contributions due to the independent sources, like this. So these are these 3-4 simple steps of superposition theorem. And then, so one simple example, you can easily understand the superposition theorem. So try to listen, all of you. Calculate the current IAB, that means A to B. Okay, so only in the direction only. Current A to B directions only. Okay, if the current is A to B direction, if it is positive, it is positive. If the current is B to A direction, the current is considered as negative. Okay, the current by activating this source and activating this source and deactivating these sources, so we will find the current flowing through the A and B. Na? So for that case, if the current direction is A to B, take positive. The current direction B to A, take negative. Understood? Calculate the current IAB flowing through the 3 ohm resistor shown in the figure by using superposition theorem. So like this, likewise, you will get the questions in external exam. Okay. By using superposition theorem, find the current IAB. So like this. So means so these are how many sources are there here? 3 amps current source. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sources are there. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sources are there. So that 1, 2, 3 voltage sources and 2 current sources. Okay, 3 voltage sources and 2 current sources are there in this network. So first, how to find the current IAB? By activating one source and deactivating another source. Na? So assume that the current source 3A left to the 1 voltage source, this called here current amps 3 amps. So acting alone in the circuit and the internal resistance replace other sources. The current flowing through 3 ohm resistor can be obtained by using like this. Activate this source, 3 amps current source, and deactivate remaining sources. So what is the internal resistance of this source? 0. Voltage source internal resistance 0. But that's why short circuit here. Okay. Just a short circuit here. Internal resistance of this voltage source is 0. Na? That's a short circuit here. And this internal resistance of the voltage source is 0. That's why it's short circuit here. Okay, understand? Internal resistance of this voltage source is 0. That's why short circuit is. But this internal resistance of this current source is infinity. Na? So that's why open circuit. This current, understood? Internal resistance of this current source is infinity. So open circuit. The internal resistance of this voltage source is 0. That's why short circuit this two sources. Understood? So short circuit this. So like this. And the short circuit this. And short circuit this. It's clear? And then so you will get the equivalent circuit is nothing but like this. Only one source is activated here, 3 amps current source. This source is short circuited, and this source is short circuit. This source is short circuit. Okay, like this. So here the open circuit means no current flowing through the circuit, 1 ohm resistor. 3 amps current is open circuited means no current flowing through. That's why there is no use of this. That's why there is no use of this. So 3 amps current source and 2 amps, 2 ohms here, 3 ohms, you will get the circuit. Here one source is short circuit. Here one source is short circuit. Here one between one source is open circuit current source. And then current I1 due to 3 amps current flow. I1 due to 3 amps current source is nothing but current division rule. Apply current division rule. What is the current here? Total current into opposite resistor nearby. Sum of the resistors. Okay. Current I1 is equal to total current that is called 3 amps into opposite resistor that is 2 ohms by sum of the resistance. 3 plus 2 plus 2. So that is become 7. This current is equal to total current into opposite resistor that is called 2 ohms. This current I1 is equal to total current that is called 3 amps into opposite resistor this is called 2 ohms by sum of the resistance. 2 plus 3 plus 2. So we'll get 2 by 7. And also the current direction A to B. That's why A to B. That's why current I1 due to 3 amps current source is nothing but positive. That is by 6 by 7. Understood? And then so this current source is completed, and then activate this source and deactivate the remaining sources. Okay, activated the 2 voltage source, deactivate this current source and deactivate this voltage source and deactivate this current source and deactivate this voltage source. So by doing like that, current flowing through the 2 ohm resistor due to 2 voltage source. This 2 voltage source. Okay, this called 2 voltage source. No? Okay, understood. This called 2 voltage source. So deactivate this means. So what is the internal resistance of the current source? It's infinity. So that's why open circuited. What is the internal resistance of this current source? Infinity, open circuited. What is the internal resistance of this current voltage source? 0, short circuit here and short circuit here. And then find the current flowing through this A to B. So like this. Here, only 2 voltage source is activated and this current source is deactivated and this current source is deactivated. This voltage source is short circuited. So the only because of 2 voltage source, so current flowing through this A to B is equal to 0. Because of current flowing to the A to B is equal to 0 because of this source is not connected into the network. The source is negative terminal minus is not connected to here. Okay, that's why. So there is no current flowing through the circuit. That's why current I2 is equal to 0 because of there is no source. Here source is one terminal is not connected to the network. If it is this negative terminal is connected to here, so then only this current not equal to 0. But there is no connection to the network source. Okay, there is no closed loop here. Okay, if this closed loop, then only the currents entering the circuit and leaving come back like this. Okay, it's open circuit now. So this source is open circuited. That's why there is no current flowing through the A and B terminals. That's why I current due to 2 amps, 2 voltage source is equal to 0. That is I is equal to 0. I2 due to 2 voltage source is equal to 0 amps. A to B. Understood? So there is the current source is open circuit, na current source here. So that's why the internal resistance is infinity. That's why it is open circuit. That's why there is no current flowing through the A and B into the circuit. That's why I2 is equal to 0. And then next, what is this step? What is source is activated here? Current through the 3 ohm resistor due to 1 voltage source. 1 voltage source. Where is that 1 voltage source? In the circuit, this is only 1 to 1 resistance. Na? So the internal resistance of the source is infinity. That's why open circuit. Internal resistance of the voltage source is 0. That's why it's short circuit. Okay, open circuit this and short circuit this and activate this and deactivate. Internal resistance is infinity. That's why open circuit this and short circuit this. So you will get the network like this, man. Understand? Internal resistance of the, so only because of only 1 voltage source, current flowing through the 3 ohm resistor due to 1 voltage sources. So like this. The current because of 1 voltage source is in the opposite direction, B to A, because of a high potential in downwards direction and a low potential in upward direction. That's why this current in the circuit will become like this manner. Okay, current is always from high potential to low potential. Na? Current is always from high potential to low potential. That's why. So this current is circulating in this loop. So like this manner. So that's why the current direction will be so like this. Current direction is in this direction. Understood? The current direction. So like this. Is it clear? All of you clear? And then, so what is the current flowing through the 3 ohm resistor B to A? That's why it's negative. Okay. IAB is equal to negative. So what is the current I3 here? Current I3 V by R na. So V by R na 1 divided by, so this total resistance 3 plus 2 plus 2. Okay. How much here? 7. 1 by 7. That 1 by 7 is the opposite direction. Na? Okay. Current 3 amps I3 due to 1 voltage source. I3 due to 1 voltage source is equal to 1 by 7 amps. Because of this current is high potential to low potential, that's plus to minus. So that's why the current is B to A. So B to A, current direction through ohm resistor B to A. That's why IAB is equal to minus 1 by 7. If it is A to B, minus 1 by 7. B to A plus 1 by 7. B to A plus 1 by 7. If A to B, it's called minus 1 by 7. Okay. And then next, by activating this 3 amps current source in this circuit, activate this 3 amps current source and deactivate this source and deactivate this source. How to deactivate this source? Open circuit here and here short circuit here, a short circuit here short circuit here. So activate this source, 3 amps current source. Activate this one source only. So here current flowing through this, you are finding A to B now. So only current flowing through 3 ohm resistor. Okay. So the current 3 amps downwards direction. Okay. And so dividing some in this direction and also in this direction. Understood? This amps current, the source current is coming downwards direction. So like this. And some amount of current is passing in this direction. Some amount of current is dividing in this direction. Use current division rule. So what is the current here? What is the current here? Find current. Okay. So here 3 amps current source here, current is not dividing here. Understood? Current is here not dividing. In this terminal is here. Current, what is the current here? What is the current here? It's 3 amps current only. This 3 amps current source is dividing into like this manner. Okay, in this direction. Current is dividing into 2 parts. Okay, this current is divided to the 2 ohms resistor and 3 plus 2 ohm resistor, but not in 1 ohm resistor. Na? Understood? The current is not dividing in 1 ohm resistor. Current is dividing only in this direction, and current is dividing into in this direction. That's why current due to 3 amps current source is equal to, according to the current division rule, this current is nothing but total current into opposite resistor is nothing but this is opposite resistor is nothing but 2 ohms. So opposite resistor there by sum of the resistance 3 plus 2 plus 2. 3 plus 2 plus 2. Current is dividing in these 2 resistors only. 3 plus 2 and 2. It's not dividing one ohm resistor. That's why total resistance is nothing but 3 plus 2 plus 2 only. It's not 1. Okay. Current I4 due to 3 amps current sources in this direction is nothing but total current into, that is called 3 amps into total current into opposite resistor, that is called 2 ohm resistor, divided by sum of the resistors, 3 plus 2 plus 2. So that is nothing but 7. So current direction is here, 3 ohm resistor is nothing but also A to B. Current flowing through the 3 ohm resistor is also A to B. That's why consider plus current. Okay, IAB is equal to plus 6 by 7. So that is called I4 6 by 7, A to B only. Understood? And then next, what is the another last source? So what is the last source? So this is the last source. No? Okay. The current, if the voltage polarity plus minus, that's why current direction A to B, the polarities are interchanged. The current direction B to A, na? So that is the correct answer. So if the, yeah, for simplicity, the current polarities are interchanged like this manner in this question. Okay, that means so we'll get, so activating last source, so we'll get the circuit like this. Okay, so this current, so here I is nothing but V by R, that is called B to A. So B to I, so the I5 is equal to due to 2 voltage source. So by activating this source, so deactivating the remaining sources, here one current source is there, open circuit. Here one current source is here, open circuit. Okay, here one voltage source here, short circuited. Understood? So only 2 voltage source is activated, and then current 5 due to 2 voltage source is nothing but 2 by 7. So in this B to A direction. Okay, so 2 by 7. So like this. And then final current, final, so nothing but IAB due to I1 due to 3 amps current source, I2 due to 2 voltage voltage source, and I3 due to 1 voltage voltage source, and I4 due to 3 amps current source, and I5 due to 2 voltage source. Okay, if the current direction A to B is positive, if the current direction B to A is negative. Here the current direction is B to A. Okay, that's why negative. Here also current direction is B to A. The current direction is B to A, na? That's why negative, minus 2 by 7. So you will get final answer 1.285 answer. This is the superposition theorem. Understood? Limitations of superposition theorem. Superposition theorems doesn't work for power calculations, but it means power is a nonlinear. Power is equal to I square into R. Power is equal to I square. That is, power is proportional to the I square. Square of the current. No? Square is nothing but nonlinear. Power is equal to, power is equal to, power is proportional to the I square. Power is equal to proportional to the V square. Okay, well, power is equal to I square into R. Okay, across the resistor. So power is equal to V square by R. Am I right? Power is equal to V square by R. That's nothing but power is proportional to the I square and power is proportional to V square. That means, so power, so I square and V square are non-linear. That's why power is also non-linear. Superposition theorems doesn't work for power calculations because of power calculations involve either the product of voltage and current. The otherwise also the power is also product of voltage and currents. Na? Power is also is equal to, power is equal to V into I. So that's why superposition theorem is not applicable for power calculations because the power is non-linear, and the square of the current and also square of the voltages, they are not linear operations. So square means is not a linear operations. Okay, that's why the statement can be explained. The simple examples given. So superposition theorem is not applicable. So you can easily understand by using this example. Power due to 12 volt sources, left side is called 12 hours. Power due to the 12 volt sources, right side, because of 12 hours. And then the total power consumed by 12 volts is 24 volts. Applying superposition. Okay, by applying superposition, so we'll get like this. But actually is different. Okay, this result is wrong. Okay, power due to 12 volts cells. Okay, 12 watts, you know well. So activate this source and deactivate this source. So short circuited. What is the current here? 12 here by 12. That means 1. So power is equal to V into I. 12 into 1. That's called 12 watts. Na? Power due to one 12 volt source left side. Power due to this source also 12 volts. Then according to the superposition theorem, power will become 24 watts. But this answer is wrong. Okay, this result is wrong conceptually. In fact, we may use the superposition theorem to find a current in any branch or voltage across any branch. From the power is then can be calculated. And this is, so that means power is proportional to the V square is non-linear. That's why the power calculations, superposition theorem is not applicable. Superposition theorems can't apply for non-linear circuits, diodes or transistors. Okay, this method has weakness. So one weakness is in order to calculate the load current IL or the load voltage VL for several choices of load resistance RL of the resistive network, one needs to solve the for every source voltage and current perhaps several times. Am I right or not? With a simple circuit, it is fairly easy, but in a large circuit, this method is become painful painful experience. So this example, by using this example, can easily understand the limitations of superposition. By activating this source, we are having number of sources. Na? So this source of 5 voltage sources and 5 sources are there. And the 3 voltage sources and 2 current sources. So by activating the sources and reactivating the remaining sources, we will get the answers are easily, but circuit become more circuits will get by activating this source and deactivating this is one network. And this here one network, here one network, here one network. The number of networks are more in this net to solve the superposition theorem. So that is the limitations of superposition theorem. Power calculation is not suitable, and so these are the limitations of superposition. Power is not suitable for power calculations. Okay, this is the limitations of use superposition theorem. Find voltage VA here. Here one voltage source and one voltage source and one current source. 2 voltage sources and one current source. Na? Activate this source. Find the current flow into 100 ohms and find the voltage V is equal to I into R. Similarly, activate this source and deactivate this source. Short circuit, open circuit. Find the current flowing through this. Similarly, also here also by activating this source and deactivating remaining sources, find the current here and find the voltage by using nodal analysis or mesh analysis, and we will get the 14 volts. Understood? And this is the one example for superment. Use superposition theorem. Find the current I flow 5 ohm current flowing through 5 ohm resistor. Using superposition theorem, find the current I through 5 ohm resistor shown in figure. I is equal to, so here 2 sources are there, 8 voltage source and 5 amps current source. Activate this source, deactivate this source, find the current I. So you will get minus 0.538 amps. Okay. So verify these answers by using nodal analysis or mesh analysis. Okay. Take 2 nodes, V1, here V2. Okay. Otherwise, current sources, this one loop, this is one loop, and this is also one loop, and this is also one loop. Calculate current and verify this current, your current same or not. By applying super mesh analysis, we'll get one current here. That current and this current is both are same or not. Verify by using superposition theorem. Okay, understood? So we'll get minus 0.53 amps. This is also assignment, right under assignment. For this problem, okay, for this problem, two voltage sources are there. Two sources are there. One is voltage source and another is current source. Okay, find the current I by using superposition theorem. So 20 by activate 20 volt source. Activate this source. And how to activate and how to deactivate current source. 2 amps current source is deactivate. Deactivate 2 amps current source. So how to deactivate this internal resistance of the current source is infinity now. That's why open circuit. Open circuit the current source. So draw the circuit. Okay. So activate this like this. So plus minus same circuit. 2 ohms. Here 4 ohms. Here 3 ohms. Understood? And this is called 20 volts. Here 20 volts. And 2 ohms here. 3 ohms here. 4 ohms here. This current is nothing but I1. And what is the internal resistance of this current source? Infinity. That's why open circuit. Understand? Then what is the current? So the current. So here current entering like this. This current entering like this, and the current is entering like this. So what is the current flowing through this? 0. Current here in this direction 0. Because of open circuit, infinity here. Open circuit, current source is internal resistance infinity. That's why there is no current flowing through this resistor. That's why what is the current here? So only current is in this direction. Then what is the current I1 here? What is the current I1? 20 divided by, okay, 2 plus 4. Am I right? So don't include this because of the current flowing in this direction 0. Because of this open circuited. Okay. If it is switches on, then only current is flowing. Okay. If this load, for example, fan switch is on, then current flowing to the fan and then fan is rotating. If the switch is open, means there is no current flowing to the fan. That's why open circuit, no current. So no current flowing to this branch. That is called this load. So 20 divided by 6. So how much? 20 divided by 6. We'll get 3.33. This current is called 3.33 amps. Understood? And similarly, this is called first one. And the second, activate this source. Activate currents 2 amps current source. Activate 2 amps current source. Activate. And deactivate 20 voltage source. So deactivate this 20 voltage source. So internal resistance of the voltage source is, what is the internal resistance of the voltage source? 0. That means short circuit. Understood? Internal resistance of the voltage source is 0, no? So short circuit. Activate this source. So then what is the network here? Here 2 ohms. Okay. And here 3 ohms currents. And this is called 4 ohm. And here what is the here? Current source. No? Activate this current source. And what is the direction of the current source? Upward direction. Understood? That's why 2 amps current source in this direction. And what is the resistance here? 2 ohms here. And 3 ohms here. 4 ohms here. And this current, assume this current is called I2. And then, so 2 amps is activated and 20 ohms is deactivated. Internal resistance of the voltage source. This one, voltage source internal resistance is 0. No? Okay. So that's why short circuit this. Okay. Short circuit. Internal resistance here. Internal resistance of the voltage source is so 0 ohms. Understood? Internal resistance of the voltage source is 0 ohms. That's why short circuited. Okay, understood? And then what is the current here? 4 amps, 2 amps here. Current here 2 amps. So that's why 2 amps. Current entering into the like this and dividing like this manner. And divides like this. Understood? Current entering into the current source from 2 amps here, and then 2 amps entering into like this and entering like this, and so divide into like this manner. So not dividing into the 3 ohm resistor. So what is the current here? 2 amps. And what is the current here? 2 amps. In series, current is not dividing. So then, according to the current division rule, current I2 is equal to total current into, what is the total current? 2 amps. This is called total current, 2 amps into opposite resistor. Opposite resistor means current is dividing here, 2 ohm resistor. That's opposite resistor, that is 2 ohm resistor by sum of the resistance. Sum of the resistance means only these two resistors, 4 ohm resistor and 2 ohm resistor. So not include 3 ohm resistor because of current is not dividing in 3 ohm resistor. Current is not dividing in 3 ohm resistor. So 2 amps current is entering like this and entering like this, like this. Current is not dividing 2 ohm resistor, 3 ohm resistor across the 3 ohm resistor. Here entering 2 amps and leaving also 2 amps. But here at junction, current is dividing like this and dividing like this. So that's why current is dividing like this and dividing like this. So what is the total current? Here current, what is the current here? I2, total current into, this current is nothing but the total current into opposite resistor. It's called opposite resistor by sum of the resistors. Sum of the resistors means 2 plus 4 only. Am I right? That is called 4 by 6. So how much 4 by 6? 2 by 3, that is called 0.66. Okay, 0.66 amps. Understood? This is called current rate. And then according to the superposition theorem, the total current I2, total current I is equal to I1 plus I2. So what is the I1 here? It's 3.33. Right? 3.33. What is the current I2? 0.66. So 3.33. So how much? 3.99. So 3.99 approximately 4 amps. This is the total current flowing through the 4 ohm resistor by using superposition theorem. Understood? Verify this answer by using nodal analysis or mesh analysis. Is it 4 amps or not? Okay, by using nodal analysis. For example, assume V here. By using nodal analysis and verify this answer is correct or not. Assume V, node voltage V. For example, I'm using nodal analysis. Okay, V minus 20 divided by V minus 20 divided by 2, V by 4 and minus 2 no? Minus 2 is equal to 0. Find V. Okay, and then find the current I is equal to V by 4. V minus 0 divided by 4. Okay, so we'll get approximately 16 volts. So 16 divided by 4 amps. And this answer superposition theorem answer. So both are same. Understood? So this is about superposition theorem. By activate this source and deactivate the remaining sources, find the current. Okay. Activate this source and deactivate the remaining sources and find the current. And similarly, activate this source and deactivate this source and the current I2. So then resultant current is nothing but resultant of this. Here current here in this direction, downwards direction here. Here also current is downward direction. That's why resultant current is nothing but I1 plus I2 is also downward direction. That's why I add together. If it is upward direction, okay, I1 minus I2. If it is, for example, I2 is downward upward direction, then subtract. So this is about superposition theorem. So for this fourth problem, first activate current source. Activate current source, 6 amps current source, and deactivate so right, let's 30 volt source, deactivate 30 volt source. Okay, activate only current source. Okay, then circuit will become like this. So internal resistance of the voltage source is how much? 0 now. Internal resistance of the voltage source. So that's why it is short circuited. The terminal is short circuit. And then the circuit will become 6 amps like this, 2 ohm resistor and a 3 ohm resistor, and this is the current I, and this is the circuit. Here plus minus 2i dependent source is called 6 amps current source. Here 2 ohm, 3 ohms, 2 ohms. Internal resistance of the voltage source is 0. That's why short circuit. Here what is the A, B. This is called 3 ohm. So what is the current flow in this direction? I, 1. So first I1. Okay, consider find I1. 6 amps current is entering like this. Okay. So try to assume here V, or otherwise by using nodal analysis. Here V, assume V. Find V here. So 6 amps current is entering minus 6 by using nodal analysis. That's V minus 2 into I divided by V minus 2 into I divided by 3 plus V divided by 3 is equal to 0. Current entering into the node 6, that's why minus 6. And current here, this V minus 2I divided by V minus 2I divided by 3. And then V by 3. This is the ground. Next is the ground. So this current I, this is depending on this branch I. Then I is equal to how much? 6 amps only direct. Because of this current 6 amps and entering like this and entering like this. This is called 6 amps. I is equal to 6 amps. Then minus 6 plus V minus 12 divided by 3 plus V by 3, so is equal to 0. And find V, and find I1 is equal, so V by 3. This is called the current flowing in this direction. I1 is equal to V by 3. First find V1, V by 3 by using equation. Already find V by 3. How much V by 3? V is equal to 15. Then I1 is equal to 15 divided by 3, 5 amps. Okay. Similarly, activate this voltage source and deactivate this current source. Activate this voltage source and deactivate this current source and find the current I. Okay. So what is the circuit current I2? First, for example, for current I2. Second one now, I2 no. So activate 30 voltage source. Activate 30 voltage source and deactivate 6 amps current source. Deactivate. Internal resistance is infinity. Current source internal resistance is infinity. So that's why. So what is the circuit diagram here? 2 ohms. 2 ohms here. 3 ohms here, plus minus 2 into y. Am I right? And then like this. Activate 30 voltage source. No? So like this, plus minus here 3 ohms resistor. Okay. Here 30 voltage source. Plus minus 30. Activate this source. 30 voltage source. Here 3 ohm resistor, 3 ohm resistor. Here 2 ohm resistor. Internal resistance of the current source infinity. That's why it is open circuit. Understood? Infinity. Internal resistance of the current source is infinity. That's why it is acting as open circuit. What is the current here? What is the current here under open circuit condition? Current I is equal to 0 here. Okay, this is open circuit now. No current is flowing in this direction. That's why current I is equal to 0. So then, what is the current I is equal to 0 for this case? So here, so this voltage source become 2 into I is equal to 0, 2 into 0, that is equal to 0 volts, no? 0. So the voltage source will become, so 2 into I, this is called 0 volts. 0 volts means short circuit. So the circuit is will become again 2 ohm source and 3, and this is called short circuit. So just open circuited and open circuited and 2 ohm resistor, 3 ohm resistor and 3 ohm resistor, and I have 30 volts, and like this. This is called current. This is called voltage of short circuit. That's why here 0 volts. Short circuit. Here infinity. That's why open circuit. Okay. And then here, so A is called B. So because of this 30 voltage source, current flows like this manner. That's why this current I is equal to, this called current I is equal to V by R. 30 divided by how much? 3 plus 3. So the current flow in this circuit is 0. And because of it is open circuit, that's why not included this. I is equal to V by R means 3 plus 3. 3 plus 3. 6. That is called 5 amps. Understood? Here, so I1 is A to B. No? What is the current direction? A to B, I1. Here, what is the current direction? This is called I2. Here, this is called I2. No? Understood? This is called I2. Here, current direction B to A. In this direction, current direction now BA. Okay, then I2 is equal to minus 5 amps. Here I1 is equal to plus 5 amps. And then resultant current. So what is the resultant current? I is equal to I1 plus I2. That is equal to 5 minus 5 is equal to 0 amps. I is equal to 0. That means the current flowing through the here I is equal to 0 amps. Okay. AB is equal to 0 amps by using superposition theorem. This is about superposition theorem by using independent sources and independent. So here, so one of the main concept is this current source is depending on 2I is depending on this branch. The current is I is changes 2 amps. This also the voltage source is changed to 2 amps. That means 2 into 2, 4. If it is I is equal to 0, this current I is equal to 0. 2 into 0, 0, voltage source 0. So that's why we'll get 0. Understood? So like this, find the current I by using superposition theorem. Is it clear? And instead of, so find, so one more question now. One more question for you. Assignment question. So same circuit, 2 amps, 2 ohms here. ohms here, 2 ohms here. So same current source. So but here I am taking a current dependent current source. Current dependent current source. As minus 30 volts, 2 ohms, 3 ohms, 3 ohms. Here how much current? 6 amps. Okay. Here A, B. This is called current. This is called current IA. Find IAB. Find IAB by using superposition theorem. Okay, this question. Find IAB by using superposition. So it is depending on this current, this branch current. Okay. Understood? What is the difference between here and here? This is called voltage plus minus voltage source. This is called current dependent voltage source. Here current dependent current source. Here on the this so what happened here? If the current I is equal to 0, 2I is equal to 0. This current source 2I is equal to 0 means current 0 means open circuit. Am I right? Voltage 0 means understood. Here current 0 means open circuit. If it is 0, 2I 0 means open circuit. Okay. Current source is 0. Current 0 means open circuit. So open the circuit and do the calculations. Understood? So that is about today. So today's lecture. So we will discuss the remaining concept in next.